What's up, boys? Today I want to talk about the Sacramento Kings, who I believe are still one of the most underrated teams in basketball. Call me a casual. I genuinely do not care. When I talk to my friends about basketball, none of them want to talk about the Kings. I have to bring up talking about the Kings, and they're like, why are you talking about the Kings? Why am I talking about the Kings? Bro, they're good. They're actually good. They're one of the most fun teams to watch in basketball, and it's blowing my mind that no one wants to talk about them. The Sacramento Kings are awesome. That's the best way I could put it. They are just awesome. They have shot up from nowhere. No one thought that they were going to be this good. I thought they were going to be underrated, and I think a lot of people thought that too, with the team that they were building. And obviously Mike Brown at head coach, coached with the Warriors on multiple championship runs. You know, a lot of people knew they were going to be good. This good though? No one expected that. And it's really cool to see that they are playing at this level, because Kings fans, I think we can all agree, you guys have had your fair share of troubles for a lot of years. Let's take this Kings season and put it into perspective, right? The Kings are at 40 wins right now. They are playing elite level basketball. The last time they have played this good and had a winning record was in the same season they went to the playoffs before their drought. In the 2005-2006 NBA season, they had 44 wins. So they're already about to beat their best record in the past 18 years. You take into account, though, that they have an actual shot at making it to the conference finals, considering how jumbled up the West is, which I'm going to talk about in a later video. The last time they made the Western Conference Finals, you guys ready for this? 1980 to 81 NBA season. They weren't even a 500 team. They had 40 wins on the season. These dudes were balling in Kansas City. They haven't even relocated yet. They make the conference finals. The last time they've done that in years, actual decades. Like, it's insane. I wasn't even born at that time. A lot of people who watch my videos probably weren't born at that time. It's actually unreal. Kings fans, I'm so happy for you guys that you finally have a really nice young team. Because let's be honest, no one expected this. Everyone probably thought that the Kings were going to be underrated. Did they think they were going to be playoff contenders or even have a home court advantage? No, unless you're a Kings fan or you're a prophet. I can't even tell you the last time the Kings have had home court advantage. I really can't. I don't know that statistic. So let's talk about why the Kings are good, right? The biggest reason, of course, is their offense. They are the #1 offense in the league. They're the #1 in points per game. They average close to 130 points a game, it feels like, at this rate. I believe they're top 5 in field goal percentage made. Don't quote me on that, because I don't actually know that full statistic. And they are also the 4th best team in basketball in assists per game. A lot of that is down to their 2 all-star players, obviously. De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis. Because you look at how they play their sets, right? Mike Brown is honestly a genius offensive mind for this. A lot of it doesn't even run through De'Aaron Fox a lot of the time. Yes, De'Aaron Fox does get a lot of touches. He does get a lot of ISOs. He is getting a lot of people open on the wing in the corner a lot of the time, because he likes to drive in with his speed. But a lot of it is also Domantas Sabonis, because Domantas Sabonis, he likes to run a lot of the sets at point as well, because what he does is he takes the ball and they do a lot of these dribble handoff screens and these motion screens, you know, where these guys are just running all over the court because they're one of the fastest teams in basketball. Obviously De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest guy in basketball. They're just so quick. A lot of defenses can't keep up with it, especially in the West, right? With how old some of these teams are getting and how bad some of the defenses are in the West. They can't keep up with it, and because of that, De'Aaron Fox gets so many open looks, and their whole team is filled with shooters. You got guys like Malik Monk, Harrison Barnes, Keegan Murray, Kevin Huerter. You know, so many guys that can just pop one up. You know what I'm saying? And it's all through an 8-man rotation. They're a deep basketball team. This Kings offense is elite. There is nothing like it this season. The closest thing I can compare the Kings offense to is Denver's offense, but that's only because Jokic does the same thing Domantas Sabonis does, but better, right? Jokic, obviously the greatest passer in the league, one of the greatest passers of all time in NBA history, I think we can all agree on. And they do the same thing that Sacramento does, except Sacramento does it team wide because they're so fast, so quick, and they get open so frequently. Jokic just forces the issue and gets people open. A good example of this is last Saturday's win against the Suns. No one even had that standout of a game. If you watch the game, it was just ball movement, ball movement, ball movement. right? I mean, look, 19 assists. Obviously, Phoenix had more assists, but Sacramento ended up playing better defense, and overall, it was just that game came down to whoever had the ball last, really. All of these guys play very, very, very valuable minutes. It's why this Kings team is as good as it is. And yes, their defense is extremely lackluster. They're 26th in the league in defensive efficiency. Obviously, they struggle, especially in the first and second quarter. They struggle when it comes to off-ball screens. They struggle when it comes to one-on-ones. Any sort of playmaker getting the ball on the wing, you know, like Devin Booker or Kevin Durant or whatever the case may be, they get the ball on the wing. They can't stop it because they're just not big enough to. You know, they're a pretty small ball team, but it doesn't matter because what Sacramento's doing is what Dallas wishes they could do and what they're trying to do, right? They don't care. They're just going to outscore you in every game because of how elite their offense is, and the defense will come. And that's exactly what happens. And because of that, Sacramento has been on a tear. Obviously, their last 10 games, they've won 8 of them, right? They're just chewing through this league right now. They have so many guys that just play good basketball and play good, valuable minutes, right? I mean, De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis are amazing, and we'll get to them in a second. It feels like almost their entire roster can close out a game if they need to. Like Malik Monk here, you know, shooting 45% from the field, 35 from 3. He could drop a quick 30 for you, you know? Or Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes shoots, again, 36 from 3, 47 from the field. He could drop a quick 25 for you. Or hit a game winner for you. Or drive to the baseline and get some valuable points that your team needs to get momentum going. You know what I'm saying? Or you got guys like Chimezie Metu. Plays really, really, really aggressive defense and still shoots 60% from the field. I mean, has a defensive rating of 113.5. Pretty solid. And still shoots 60% from the field. It's what I wish the Pelicans team was right now. Again, Pelicans team, I love you guys, but I know injuries are killing you, but come on, man. Come on, man. Not the point. If it wasn't for these two players and De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, they wouldn't be as good as they are. Can we just talk about the fact that De'Aaron Fox is a generational point guard, especially for Sacramento's sake? Because when's the last time Sacramento has had a franchise point guard? In my lifetime, probably never. I'm gonna be honest. I have not been able to think of a time when Sacramento has had a point guard like De'Aaron Fox that they can just rely on, like a Steph Curry or like a Kyrie Irving, you know, James Harden or whatever, whoever it is. De'Aaron Fox is elite. I mean, he's averaging 25 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. His shooting splits are great, you know, 50, 30, 80 is pretty good, I would say. Not, you know, anything out of the ordinary, extraordinary, but it's above average and it's pretty good. He is just so fun to watch, man. He's so fast. No one can keep up with him on the court. He's got a really killer mid-range from the free throw line especially. He's a playmaker. He's a facilitator. He gets the ball in people's hands when they shouldn't be open and they are open. And he's only 25 years old. If I'm a Kings fan, I'm mega excited. And then obviously, Domantas Sabonis. The key reason as to why the Kings are playing at the level they're playing at. Like I said, a lot of their sets run through Domantas Sabonis has been the number one reason why they are as elite on offense as they are, because this guy balls, dude. I mean, look at his stats. He's averaging 19, 12, and 7. His shooting splits are through the roof. You know, being at 7 foot 240, he's still gonna pass you up with the ball in his hands. He is a mini Jokic. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.